Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and we are going to do 2 days worth of advent calendars today because, as you know, I didn't get an episode up yesterday. I was sitting with my mom and actually I got home from that earlier than expected. So this is actually Tuesday night and I thought, well, shoot, I've already missed my ride to the concert. So while everybody's at the concert, I will come down here and film and try to get ahead since I already told you guys that I wouldn't have a video up. So, yeah, so well, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Normally I do Temu hauls, but because I'm doing 2 days worth of Advent, there's no extra Temu stuff in this video. So if that's the only reason why you came, then I'm sorry, but hopefully maybe you'll stay. But I like to share, overshare, whatever you want to call it. My mom is going through Alzheimer's, and so this is kind of like therapy for me. But yeah, so I was sitting with my mom tonight, and well, here, let's at least do something, and then I'll talk some more. But oh, hang on. We have only got, this is crazy. It is now literally only 2 weeks to Christmas. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Are you guys ready? I don't know. It's the holidays are just always so busy. Partly because we have so many birthdays intertwined with it too. So I don't know. It's like we just go, go, go. And yeah, so it's kind of busy. But okay, let's do something. Let's talk about something Adventy. So 15-day movie is Home Alone 2. Yay. So I said after the last one of these was the first Home Alone, and I said I really liked the second Home Alone one too. Both of them were really good. So the trivia for this one is 1 year after Kevin McAllister was left home alone and had to defeat a pair of bumbling burglars, he accidentally finds himself stranded in New York City, and the same criminals are not far behind. So no trivia, just a summary of the movie. But yeah, love this movie. Tim Curry is hilarious. It's so sad that he had a stroke. No, I shouldn't say it that way. I shouldn't say, did he finally die? Did he die already? Now I'm curious. Because I know he had a debilitating stroke several years ago. Because I kept wondering, whatever happened to him? He was so funny. But, okay, he is still alive. Good. But yeah, so his part was one of my favorite parts in that movie. All right, so then the other movie that we've got for 14 days, A Christmas Carol. Now, when I think of the Christmas Carol, I think of, you remember back in the 70s, 80s, kids would get these records and, you know, were they 45s if they were this big? I don't know. But I had a record this big that came with a book, and I had the Christmas Carol. And so as a kid, you would put it on your little record player and it would beep, or there would be some kind of a chime or something that would tell you to turn the page. Well, I had that for the Christmas Carol. So whenever I think of the Christmas Carol, I think of that book and that experience. So this is an animated retelling of Charles Dickens' classic novel about a Victorian-era miser taken on a journey of self-redemption courtesy of several mysterious Christmas apparitions. So yeah, so I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a bad version of that movie, but I suppose I've probably have seen this animated one. Is it one of those stop motion ones, or was it an actual cartoon? I don't know, because I always think of the book. So but that's a good, definitely a good Christmas movie. So yeah, so I went over, my dad had to leave at 4 to go to his appointment, so I went over at 4. So I was there during the whole sunset process, which people with Alzheimer's and dementia go through a kind of a sundowning phase as the day ends, where they're kind of more hyper, more agitated, more whatever. But so she is fascinated with the sky, but it's not a sky anymore in her world. It is something that people are putting the colors into the sky, and there's certain things they have to do to get it to look certain ways. And if you do it right, then the stuff that you're trying to send through the sky will make it to California. And so there's this whole see, this is why I always say it's like she went to sleep and woke up in a dream and can't wake up from the dream, because these are things that would only be real in a dream world, right? But so she specifically loves seeing blue in the sky, which is weird because the sky is naturally blue here on Earth. But it's always confusing to her when there's white in the sky. Not necessarily clouds per se, but just a lighter blue, I guess. But tonight the sunset was really vibrant, and the picture I posted on my community feed didn't do it justice at all. I mean, it got to be like a vibrant red, purple, kind of darker blue, but none of that depth really came through in that picture. But, and also, you know how when there's trees kind of in the foreground of a sunset, and so the trees kind of look black, and you can really only see like the branches and stuff. Well, you can see the sky through the trees and the branches, and so it's like little pieces of sky that you see. Well, those are all these pieces that people are responsible for doing things to get those pieces there. And so it's always surprising to her when she sees certain colors, because she had been taught how to get certain colors into the sky, but yet those colors, she never got taught how to put those colors in the sky. And so whoever was responsible for, doing this, she was, it's just a curiosity to her. And so finally, I'm saying describing this all now because I've, sat through the whole experience. But as I was going through the experience, I was like, are you talking about the sky? And she's like, yeah, the sky, but yet the sky doesn't mean that to her. And she just kept saying how it's almost like it's a conveyor belt that you need to get things up into it so that they can get shipped to California. And so, it's kind of bizarre when you're attempting to communicate with someone in this psychosis is not, well, maybe that's the right technical word, I don't know. But yeah, so it's interesting trying to, so I'm like, well, you're talking about the sky? And she's like, yeah, and the people getting the colors there. And I'm like, well, God puts the colors in the sky, and there's really not anything for people to do to make it that way. And she's like, yeah, but then, she kind of just, anything logical, just like in a dream world, anything logical, there's no place for logic. And so, so yeah, now the funny thing is, and I may have told you guys this before, but when my mom was growing up, or where my mom was born and where she lived till maybe she was 4 or 5, the street she lived on was California. And so sometimes I'm like, is she conflating different ideas? And because other things she say makes me think she's thinking back to when she was a little kid, you know, so it's just, I don't know why people in my position in that kind of a conversation are trying to make any logical sense out of it at all. There really isn't any way to do that, but except for it's hard to figure out how to communicate in that when they're, I imagine it would be the same with people that have mental illness, not memory issues, but just general mental illness and really do have psychoses of some sort. You know, figuring out how you communicate in that world is hard. So, okay, next I'm doing the bucket list. So wrap gifts, well, yeah, I got to do that still. So that's obviously a good task for this time of year. And then, look at Christmas lights. We used to always drive around and look at Christmas lights, but we haven't done that for a long time. So maybe we should do that. There used to be in St. Louis we have Tillis Park, which is a very popular park in the area, kind of on the mid to south part of the city. And they used to have carriage rides through this park that they had completely decorated with lights and displays and all this kind of thing. And so for several years in a row, that was a family tradition with my family. We did take my parents once, I think, but where we would rent a carriage that could seat, well, if it was just us, we'd get one that was a 6-seater, but if the year my parents were there, I think we got an 8-seater or a 9-seater or something. But, and you could rent these and then it would drive you through the park once, and, you know, it was cold and you get your blankets and stuff, and it was so fun. But then the place where like the carriages would depart from got sold, and so there was nowhere for them to kind of offer that service anymore, so they dropped it. Now, this whole time you could also walk through the park or drive through the park, but I don't know, driving through the park just didn't seem all that special. You could just drive through people's neighborhoods, even though they were some really cool light displays. But if one person doesn't get to pay attention because they're driving, so we never converted to that. But yeah, when I was a kid, my dad used to drive us through like the rich neighborhoods so we could see all the lights and stuff. So that was fun. But yeah, I haven't done that for a while. So, okay, my throat is, I'm getting the whole dry mouth thing, so hang on. Okay, so let's get another thing. Okay, so we had the sunset thing, and that's not a new thing. I've heard my dad talk about that. So, and when we go over there on Saturdays, she kind of does the same thing, but it was like on overload today. And of course, there's the whole not remembering where he said he was going kind of thing. And did I open the wrong thing the other day? I don't have a number 10. But I have an 11. So I think I opened the wrong box the other day. So, oh wait. What is going on? The 11 feels like it's empty. Well, maybe it's not, but I have a 9 and an 11. So maybe, did you guys watch me open a 10 yesterday? Let me look and see. No. I think that's a 6. I honestly don't know. But yeah, so I've got a 9 and an 11. So I guess that's what I will open. That's very strange. I mean, the 10's not in a different, no, the 10's not in a different spot. Okay, well, I was probably talking at the time and just picked one out. But now I can't get it back in. Hold on. This is Okay, Wednesday is the 11th. Yeah, that would make sense because 14 days from Christmas. So I do definitely want the 11th. But okay, we'll just go with the 9th and the 11th. There's no rules here. Hopefully I got a 10, right? I don't know. I don't know why it matters. Okay. So this one. But while I was over there, The Rookie was on. So I got to watch some of those, which is my favorite show. Okay, well, so now this makes sense because I was watching Hey Everybody and I saw her open this and I'm like, I didn't get one of those. Why didn't I get one of those? It's because I opened the wrong day. So this one is a black lipstick. So I'm not going to open this because I don't imagine I will ever wear this. But yeah, black lipstick. Okay, well now I'm feeling better. I was trying to figure out why they would have been different. All right, and then 11, which feels like it's empty. It's not. Okay, so now we've got some eyebrow. I don't know what those, what do you call these? It's not a filter. A stencil. Some eyebrow stencils. Okay, well, I probably will not use those either. But you can see there's some different shapes. I just don't care enough, I guess. But the girls might. So I'll put both of those items in the kids makeup bag. So yeah, so this Pop Feel one, still not been impressed with that. All right, so now we've got our surprise baffling puzzle set, and I'm getting less impressed with this as we go because they've pretty much all been just two things that look alike put together. So it's really boring to open, and it's presumably once you solve one, you're going to solve them all. This time we've got this. And then for the 11th, I gotta do my nails tonight still, which I'm gonna go up there and watch some TV with one of my kids. Stayed home from school sick today, so she couldn't go to the concert, so I'm gonna go up there and watch something with her. Okay, well, this one's a little bit different. It's at least not two identical pieces. That one looks more challenging, so okay, that's good. I still think ultimately the solution is probably pretty similar for all of these. But there is directions in here, so maybe not. It's not like they have just one direction that says this is how you get it off. So all right, so yeah, it's kind of it's a little bit exhausting. And there was one point when she left the room, I could tell she was kind of wandering around to the back, or to the side of the side door to the house is off of the kitchen. And I could tell she was going over there to see if the van, or if their vehicle was still there, which of course it wasn't because my dad had it. Oh, this is really pretty. Really pretty holly. I like that a lot. But anyway, she comes back and she had this like look on her face, and I could tell she didn't know where my dad was. And so once again, like for the umpteenth time, I said, he's at the hospital. He had to go get a test. But I said, Dad is at the hospital. And she goes, he's not my mom. And, you know, because she just mistakenly said the wrong word. And then she was like, he's not my dad either. And I said, I know, he's my dad. And she's like, what? And I said, yeah, he's my dad. And she goes, well, I wonder if he knows my husband. And I said, he's your husband too. My dad is your husband. And she's like, what? And I said, and you're my mom. And she's like, and so this is the first time I've ever actually witnessed really, like, verbally that she didn't, like, sometimes I know she thinks I'm just a nice neighbor, but this was like the first time that I kind of am interacting with these comments. And so I said, we've got a little, is this Santa? It looks like a Viking, but I think it's Santa. So, you know, when I was like, yeah, my dad, Rick is my dad. And then I was thinking, oh, crud, now she's going to think he's had an affair or something. And so I was like, and you're my mom. And I said, do you remember me? And she's like, well, I don't remember you in that context. And, you know, I don't know what that meant, but I think ultimately that meant she didn't remember that she was my mom or that I was her daughter or any of that. And it just kind of ended there. But, so yeah, so that was a little, you know, not pleasant, but not really anything I didn't already know, just kind of the first time really witnessing that part, you know. So yeah, this is coming together nicely. We should be getting pretty close to the next bracelet, but I can tell that we're gonna have to get all of the charms pulled out before we can really make some nice looking bracelets. But they are really nice pieces. So that's what I really do like about these bracelet advent calendars, is they've got really decent sized pieces. And I really do like, if you got two, you could make earrings. Although you can see Santa, he's kind of top heavy. So some of these beads don't sit right, but nobody would notice really on your wrist, I guess. All right, next we've got our puka tee from Amazon. So I don't know how my dad doesn't go crazy. Obviously he loves her, but I love her too, but still it's like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine like all day, every day, this being like this. All right, Morning Berry, yay, we love berry. This is rooibos, bold black currant, and vibrant ginseng, so another herbal tea. So you can boil it and steep it as long as you want. I really do like rooibos. I think that's some kind of a African, I think it hails from Africa. And the little saying for this one was, start your day with delight and warmth when it's cold outside. Oh, and it does say, this one has a QR code scan for recipe. So perhaps there's some special kind of recipe I can make with that. Not that I am going to, I'm just going to drink it as tea, but there are some people that have been very creative with their tea recipes. All right, now we're finally getting back to an actual tea for the 11th English breakfast tea, a classic tea moment to embrace the new morning. Elegantly rich and smooth, exceptionally fine tea leaves from India and Africa. This one you can go to boiling, but you can only steep it for 2 minutes before it'll start to get bitter. So I will say I'm enjoying not tasting these on camera, because now I can actually fully enjoy the teas when I have them. because I was not going up and re-steeping the bags that I was doing down here, and so I was losing out on that. So thank you for allowing me to just show them to you. All right, next we have our lint teddy from Amazon, and let's see if we get more miniature bonbons. Where is the 10? Or, oh, there's the 10 right in the middle. All right, so we have a white chocolate bonbon this time. And then the 11th. Ooh, and I hope this one's a caramel one. I can't remember if I've gotten one like this. I might have. And if I did already, then it's hazelnut. But I'm kind of hoping it's caramel. All right. So next we have our Amazon W7 Beauty Blast. Thank heavens I got this one since the other one was no good. All right, so we've got this. Oh, so speaking of skincare, I've been using that Ordinary skincare, and it's a 3-piece set that I showed on here. I got it from Walmart, but you can get it from anywhere, I'm sure. It's weird. I've been so ingrained to think that a face wash needs to suds, and this one does not, because it's part makeup remover, part cleanser, and so you put it on a dry face and you move it around and it really never suds up or anything, which lends more to the makeup remover side of things. But it wipes clean. It wipes a lot cleaner than Pond's does. But it's still weird to me because I'm used to there being, you know, you feel like you're getting clean when there's suds, but that's really not true, I'm sure. And so that's kind of my thought process so far for the cleanser part. And then it's got a serum, which I like serums. There's not, it evaporates a little bit more than a traditional serum would. So it's definitely more, feels kind of like part toner, part serum, but yet it's not a toner per se, so it's not harsh or anything, but just because of how quickly it absorbs, I guess. And then I'm still kind of not sure about the moisture third step. They don't call it a lotion, but it kind of is. But it's a thick one, and I don't know how well that works with my skin type. I think it probably is great for people with really dry skin, and I have patches that are dry, but it also kind of works like a primer, and so it feels like my makeup just sits on top of it, which I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. It almost feels, it's almost a little bit difficult to get my makeup to look, I don't know, it just looks like it's sitting on top, and like I can't blend it in very well. So I'm not sure what I think about that step of the process. But my skin overall, I think, has been better, with the occasional, I'm always going to have flare-ups. That's just the way it is. But I will say, I bought those little pots to put the, like when you do a sheet mask, there's always leftover serum in it. And I did a sheet mask and I filled one of those pots with it. And I've been using that at night, and that stuff has been fantastic. So, and it's lasting a lot. Like, I've done my whole face several times with what I put in that little pot. So I think I'm getting to the point where I feel like the masks, and not the clay masks, But the other kind of masks and the serums and stuff with it, like my skin just wants to soak it in, and it's loving those. So yeah, I'm enjoying those. But verdict is still out on the Ordinary, but it may be that I need to try the acne one instead of the I don't know what the set for normal skin's called, but all right. Oh, little mirror. I love having one of these by my desk. I am so paranoid when I'm in the office that I'm going to come back from lunch and I'm going to have food in my teeth or lipstick on my teeth or whatever. So I always like to have a mirror. Now I do have one at work because I got a compact from Temu, but a mirror is just literally a mirror with a cover on it. But this might be good to go in my purse. Or maybe I put that one in my purse because it closes and leave this one at the desk because it shouldn't get broken there. But I like little mirrors like that. So this was a good one. And it may just be now I'm prejudiced to think that this one is so much better than the other one. So even if they gave me some piece of junk in this, I'd still say, oh, that's great. I don't know, maybe. But let's see what we've got for the 11th. I think it's nice that, I mean, do higher end ones wrap all their stuff? I do like that. All right, Draw the Line, black eyeliner pencil, crayon eyeliner noir. I feel like we already got one of these, but maybe it is definitely a real pencil. It has to be sharpened. I would like a dark brown, please. Black sometimes feels too harsh for my pale skin. And I'm not a big fan of the pencils you have to sharpen. I like the ones that are twist up and they're just easier, but they're softer. So I guess you just get what you get. So, yeah, I'm sad to be missing my daughter's concert tonight. Them's the breaks, though, I guess. Hopefully she won't hold it against me. All right, so we're doing T Forte. I really have to get these nails done so that they don't feel, they're like normal, but they feel so thin now. I told you this was going to happen at some point. Earl Grey. I hate Earl Grey. So, it's a black tea. A timeless expression of robust Assam and bergamot. Maybe it's the bergamot I don't like in it. I know that's kind of a citrusy thing, but not a big fan of bergamot. So, but because it's a black tea, don't steep it for very long. I'm not even gonna, maybe I'll take that one to work. We have a Keurig that's devoted to just tea, so maybe I'll take that one into work and give it to somebody there. All right. We have our cat one from Temu, which has been a big stinking dumpster fire. I'm not submitting this video to Temu. I think actually I've gotten all my videos submitted to Temu that I needed to submit for this month. I had to do 10 this month. Okay, well, we've got a little ball. Doesn't make any noise, but they might play with this because they could pick it up and chew on it a little bit better than not. So that might be okay. And why did dumpster fires become so popular lately? Like, my kids are talking, you know, it's like the new thing. Oh, that's a dumpster fire. Like, what did something specific? Really, Timu? What is a cat gonna do with this? I guess just chew on it. They're gonna chew off the little ball on tops, and then that's gonna be showing up in the litter box. Cats like finger puppets, right? Oh, well. Yeah, this was, luckily it was cheap because this was not worth it. And then one of my favorites, the slime. All right, 10. So yeah, I'm having to learn a whole new vocabulary for what all the kids say. Everything is skibbity, which I guess is a YouTuber that has his head coming out of a toilet. The things kids watch today are dumb. Or it's Sigma, or it's Rizzy. Like, I don't know. You can't put punctuation in text messages. All right, we have a mix-in purple iridescence, and then there's a big piece in here. I don't know if that's a star. I don't know what that is, but a gem of some sort. So are these beads? Like, could I just use these? Yes, I could just use these as beads if I wanted to in jewelry. But yeah, and can't use the Oxford comma, can't use 2 spaces at the end of a sentence. Although I think most software now automatically removes that if you do type in 2 spaces after a sentence. Now, I'm sorry. I think I have said this on here before, but I am not going to teach myself how to, I'm not going to reteach myself how to type just so I don't put 2 spaces at the end of a period. That's just dumb. And it looks better with 2 spaces after a period. You can read it better and you can tell that it's separate sentences. Like, what are we teaching kids today that all of the punctuation and everything is no longer important? Like, what's the world coming to? What are letters going to look like in the future? Is it just going to be all hieroglyphics? Listen to me going on my rant. Although all of my kids have wanted to learn cursive, even my son, who's 10, when he was signing my dad's birthday card, he wrote his name in cursive. Now, we've never taught him how to do that, so he's just kind of doing that on his own. So, like, well, I've said his name is Gregory before, but when he did cursive, it came out Gregory with an A instead of an O at the end. So that kind of thing. I don't know why I unwrapped that. I said yesterday I wasn't going to unwrap these. But here we've got cookies and cream. This one actually looks like a butter slime. So hold on. But yeah, how are people going to sign their name if they don't learn how to... Yeah, this one's a butter slime, which I love. Oh, this one actually smells good. Yum. But yeah, how are people, are they just going to go back to using an X to sign things? Like, we're moving the wrong direction. Is it really take that much time to use? I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting left behind with the times. Well, hey, I was born in the 1900s, so give me a break. Isn't that the t-shirt we can see on Temu? I was born in the 1900s with my wagon. All right, so that was a good slime. Okay, now I've unfortunately stacked all these advent calendars up in front of the Bon Maman one, so hang on. Okay. Did you guys take a screenshot of when I tried that wild blueberry maple one? It was disgusting. I should have made that my thumbnail. Like gross. That's been the only miss in this so far. All right. All right, oh, well, okay. We've got raspberry finally, but it's mixed with rose. That's an acquired taste. Oh, okay, so since I couldn't sneeze, now my nose is gonna run. All right, so we've got raspberry and rose spread. I'm gonna try both of these just like yesterday. And here's the 11. Oh, pineapple yuzu. Okay, so let me put this back. Well, if you're new to this channel, I don't always, I mean, I do talk about my life a lot. That's what this channel is. It's not always about my mom or as much detail about my mom. You know, I do try to be still respectful of her, you know, but yeah, there's a lot of talking on here. Okay. Raspberry, I believe there are some seeds in here. Okay, so I don't really like I don't like seeds. These seeds are bigger than the fig seeds. And one of you did point out that it's probably cost prohibitive sometimes to remove the seeds. Okay, I can deal with that. But the rose, I don't know. It's kind of like lavender. Like people put a lot of lavender in foods now. Like I got a lemonade somewhere that had lavender in it, and I guess I just am not outside of tea, I'm not a floral. Some of those flowers are so strong. Like rose is a very strong flower, and I don't want to feel like I'm eating my garden in that way. So this is unfortunate. Both of the times that I've gotten berries, well, I did get that strawberry rhubarb. That was okay. But the only time I've gotten blueberry, it was matched with maple. And the only time I got raspberry, it was matched with rose. So both of those are kind of not so good. But this one, pineapple yuzu, I do like both of those flavors. Oh, this one's definitely more jelly-like. Yeah, that's good. It has a really good pineapple flavor. And the yuzu is pretty light. Okay, well, 1 out of 2 there is not bad. I don't know. I don't know whether to hope for just for traditional blueberry, or like they could mix basil or something with it. I really like muddled strawberry basil lemonade. So I could see putting those kind of flavors together, but yeah, I guess I'm just not a fan of the flowers in some applications. But anyway, All right, well, that brings us to the end, and yay, this one will get up at noon Wednesday. So I'll maybe now I'll be back to being ahead, but I'm not gonna swear to it because life happens. And as you all have so graciously pointed out, it is the holiday season. I need to be more gracious to myself and not pushing myself so hard to do all the things. I don't need to do all the things. I've been staying up till like 1 in the morning every day working on my store because that's like, I'm feeling a lot of passion for that right now. So last night I was designing um, a bedding, like a bedroom slash bathroom kind of set. So the microfiber cover, bed cover, the shower curtain, the rugs, the towels, the pillow cases, like for the decorative pillows like we get on Temu and stuff. So I was like designing, I'm starting out with Atomic Burst is my first collection. So I'm getting like really excited about it. Now, no, it may be all for naught. So it may just be that I end up enjoying the process. And obviously you can only enjoy the process for so long before you have to just say this didn't work and whatever. But I don't know. It's something new. It's a new hobby and I'm enjoying it. You guys should all have something that you're passionate about and it brings a smile to your face to have time to work on it. And, you know, over the weekend, my smile faded quite a bit, but I feel like my smile is back. Even after sitting with my mom tonight, some of that can be kind of depressing, and maybe I'll be feeling that more tomorrow, but we're good now. And I have my Christmas party tomorrow. So while you guys, or when this airs, I'll be at my Christmas party. And, so that should be fun. I'll get to see some of the people that live out of town that I don't get to see very often. So yeah, so I hope that you are staying sane this holiday season and that you are taking the advice that you've been giving to me to be gracious to yourself, to be patient with yourself, and you just do the best you can and hope that if you really screw up somewhere that people will be forgiving and that they will love you anyway, and that there'll be a chance to enjoy the season. So thank you so much for being part of my joy, and you know, with all of the support that you provide to me with this channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I mean, you guys, when I was feeling down, you guys were so compassionate and thoughtful with your comments, and that really made my day. So thank you. And I hope that I am in some small way able to bring you joy with these silly, wacky videos. So hopefully, you know, we're there for each other. So thank you. So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.